Hello, David Lucier here from Summit Mountain Guides. I'm an ACMG mountain guide, and today we're here in the Whitewater Backcountry with Backcountry Skiing Canada, and we're going to do some snowpack tests. I'm going to show you a test that I really like to do, which is called a Hand Shear Test. It's a very quick way to generate snowpack information as you're traveling through the terrain without taking your pack off or even pulling your shovel out. So what you're meant to be doing when you're doing this is to find a location that's going to be representative of where you're thinking of skiing, and then basically get at it with your hands. Cut out a 30 centimeter by 30 centimeter column, vertical column of snow with your hands, your ski poles, as far down as you think the layer of concern is, and then pull on it with your hands at the back. So I'm going to start doing that now. I've found this spot here to be as representative of the terrain I'm interested in skiing. First off, I'm going to cut the sides with my inverted ski pole in the snow like this. It really helps if you don't have any leashes, or if you have a narrow sort of hand grip on your ski pole. And I'm going to go as far down as I feel I need to. Then I'm going to gauge about 30 centimeters width. Do the other side. As far as I feel like I need to go based on where I think the layers of concerns are. And then I'm going to cut out the back. Actually, I'm going to excavate the front a little bit more. You can do it with your ski pole in the same fashion. And then just remove the snow from the front out of the way so you can see the layers a bit more. Sometimes I'll even go as far as taking my ski off to dig the front with my leg and my boot like this, sawing in the snow. And then I'm going to gauge the 30 centimeters back, and again do a nice clean cut. Make sure you get rid of all the residual snow that you've generated here on either side of the block. Then before you start pulling on it, you want to excavate the front one more time, and then you're pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to put my hands together like this behind the block, sometimes just past your wrist level, and then I'm going to start pulling. And you're basically just pulling your hands together towards you, and with increasing pressure. So you start very lightly, and then eventually as you pull harder and harder, you may get a shear. Like I got something here, and it felt like I wasn't pulling as hard as I could, but I was definitely pulling a little bit harder than just gently pressuring the block. And I got a partial shear. The column didn't actually break across the entire 30 by 30 square. And I got a shear down about, looks like 60 centimeters on what appears to be a weak layer of surface ore. And I can see the surface ore crystals here. And the shear was a little bit deeper than where I had cut the front of the column. So that may not give me a very accurate result. But what it says is there's potentially no real concern between where the shear is and the surface of the snow. And this may, in fact, be our primary concern. And so in this case, I've generated a whole bunch of information, and I can decide to do another column real quick here a little bit deeper in the snowpack and see what kind of shear I get. Or put that into my decision-making train of thought and do another test somewhere along the way and just make sure that I monitor this layer over time throughout the terrain I'm interested in skiing. This is going to help me make better decisions to know the kinds of shear I'm getting at various elevation, various aspects on this particular layer or any other weak layer that you might find over time. And this is a really important part of decision making and staying safe out there. There you have it. That's the hand shear test. If you want to learn more snowpack tests, you can watch other videos on Backcountry Skiing Canada. And if you want to learn about making decisions about traveling in avalanche terrain, you can sign up for an avalanche course with Summit Mountain Guides. Thanks for watching.